Hello and welcome back. Now, let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's look at Isaiah. Let's wait for it. Yeah. Welcome to Isaiah. Now we are still using this. Welcome to Isaiah. Welcome to Isaiah. So you can open yours. You can open yours. We are left with this pivot table. So pivot table, summary data with pivot table. So what is pivot table and how does it work? Let me remind us. I'm going to still give us elaborate explanation on pivot table. Not just pivot table, all that we have treated. By the time we are treating live data, this is just a summary. By the time we are treating live data, then you get more. Like this pivot table, I'm still going to give you a diagram. But with this class, you can at least start. And lay your hands on some data and even analyze. So a pivot table is one of the basic data analysis tools. Pivot table can quickly answer many important questions. It can easily answer many business important questions. One of the reasons we build pivot table is to pass information. So one of that reason to pass information. Once your data is being presented properly, then you can even have a good chart. By the time you present your pivot table. We should even know what your chart should say. So on pivot table, you can do a lot of analysis. You can calculate, find average. You can do a lot. Just like your normal calculation. Instead of you calculating, we have a lot of the function on pivot table. So therefore, we would like to support our story with data that is easy to understand, easy to see. Although pivot tables are only tables and thus missing real values, they can still be considered as a means of visual storytelling. For instance, like the data in front of us. Let's look at this data. This data. I'm talking about this. Let's look at this. Look at the data. Salesperson, product, amount, column. Can you quickly identify which product is the most profitable or which salesperson is the leading sales seller? That's where the pivot table below can help. Now we have a few data sets. Mind you, in a real life scenario, we are going to have a larger, a more cumbersome data set compared to what we are having now. By then, and you want to analyze, tell me how long are you going to search and just want to search and to get the right answer. But with this little data set, can you check and okay, this is the sales person that had the best set in social date. So there are a lot to derive from a pivot table. There are a lot to derive. It makes our work simpler. Let me keep reading. The pivot table feed pane appear at the. So we don't need that. You can read that up. We can read that up. And let's try to understand our data. The first thing as a data analyst, when you are being confronted with a data, the first thing you should do without analyzing or cleaning, once you see your data, try to understand the data. Because data can be coming from several sources. As a data analyst, sit down to understand the data. This is a data. We have the date, we have the salesperson. By this salesperson, then you should know that okay, this person, their sales men, their salesperson, and on so date, and Anne, she was able, or he was able to sell beer at the rate of 1,400. Either one, probably that is a per bottle, or 2 or 3, we don't know, but our total sale for that date is 1,400. And this person, Mark sold wine at the rate of $1,010. So this is in dollar. Microsoft, this is in dollar. And this person makes also say we don't know either 1 or 10 or no. And using pivot table, we were able to derive the total sales. Look at this now. Beer. So Anne, she's good at selling beer. Look at this. She's good at selling beer, and she's so good at selling beer. And Mark also is good, or she or he is good at selling wine. No, Mark sold wine. Mark sold soda. And this person, Laura, sold wine. Mark sold soda. And with this data, you can derive a lot of insight. And beer. Next time when you want to position Anne, just take her to beer. You know that she's going to make a lot of sales for you when she's and let's look at another person, Mark and wine. You see, we don't have for Mike could sell wine. He could also sell soda. And Laura too could sell wine. Laura, he could sell wine. We have just one. Maria too, soda. With this, you get, this is what this person is good at. This is what this person is good at. And now we have, and the 2 products, is it 2 or 3? We have beer, wine, soda. That is 3. Beer, wine, beer, soda. That is 3 products. With this, you can analyze. This is it: beer, soda, wine. And the total sale for beer is 2 this, and the total sale for soda, the total sale for wine. With that, you should understand your data. All I'm trying to say now, or like wasting your time, is that understanding the data, because as a data analyst, you should be able to interpret your data without even, before coming up with the analysis tools. You should be able to interpret your data. Seeing it, you should be able to analyze. Then let's scroll down. Now we have this. So we are asked to analyze this. We are asked to analyze the same data we have been given, and we are asked to interpret that the way they did. We are asked to interpret that. Then how do we get that? The step is here. Insert. When you get to your insert, you look for your pivot table. This is the pivot table. Clicking on that. Mind you, your cursor should be in. Not even your cursor. You should place your key. Just place your cursor. Let it be inside. Let it be active inside. Once it is active, make sure it is active. Then with that, go to your pivot table. It should not be out. Let it be active. Go to your pivot table. Once you are in your pivot table, then look at select the range. That has select that for us. Now is wrong. That is wrong. With this, we can select ours properly. We can select that properly. Or just take it up. Click here. Then Control A. You see that Control A. Use an external source data. No. Then this is it new document. If I see new document, this will open immediately. It will open another page. But I want to still work on this sheet because our data set is not much. So it is not advisable to work on the same. If you are working on a large data set, try to open a new worksheet, you can see it's at default. So now a new worksheet or existing, we are using the existing. Now it's asking us where is the location, where do you want to place this. Should you place it there? Let's just place it underneath. Placing it underneath, then press your OK, and the pivot table is loading. Let's wait for it. Now welcome to pivot table. Welcome to pivot table. I'm going to give us extensive explanation on this. Not now, I'm going with diagram. Just understand the basic concepts now. The basic concept. Now, you pressing the amount, immediately it will detect that it's a value. This is just click the amount, it will show you that it's a value, and it's giving us the total. If you follow this procedure, now we have to the product, if you could recall, wine, beer. So given this, it will split. We have a beer, wine. Now we have our beer, wine. Don't worry, we will still format it. Beer, the same thing as what is here, just that this has been formatted to dollar, and this we have our beer, wine. Now let's try to do some other stuff. If we add the salesperson, just click on the salesperson. You see it's on the row. The salesperson was able to earn, and Mark, Maria and Mark is seeing this because they both have the same soda, and wine, they both have the same wine. This person was the only person that had beer, was the only person on beer. That's why it could split them this way. You see, it could split them without us stressing ourselves. And if you want to put them at the top, filter, in order to filter for a particular salesperson, you can come here and filter for Anne, and OK. You can see no, it's still showing all. Come here and remove the all. Then we need this. The salesperson. I think it's not changing. Now we can filter for this. You see, we can filter for this. We can filter for this person only. You see beer, and you can come and clear your filter. You clear your filter and select all, clear your filter, then it will return back. That's for that, but we don't need it. If you don't need it, and now we can likewise count. No, colon, that is colon. We can count. You can come here and count this. See, it has counted that beer was 2, soda was 2, and wine too was 2. But we don't need that. And with this, let's format. To format this, you right click. Once you right click, we have number format. Going to number format, you just format just a data, but now we want to format all at once. Therefore, go to valid field setting. Don't worry, we still do number formatting. Valid field setting. With that valid field setting, you can find your average. That is not where we are going to number format. Now this is a number format. You can use numbering, but we want to use custom in order to have Naira. Now we are in custom, and we want to have this. The same way in dollar. How do you have that? Then find your this Naira, or what do you call it? Naira. Then comma again, just one is okay. You can add the 0 if you want, but there's no necessary. One is okay. Now for us to have that naira, in quotes, just put your N, capital N, then in quotes, you see, in quotes, your quotes, open your quotes, one, open it, then type your N, capital N, then close your quotes. With that, you can see it immediately. If you want a space, just put a space. If you want a space between, put your space. If you don't want, remove the space. If you want a space, put your space. Then just okay, then come back here, okay, immediately. You can see it. Now it's in naira. Don't worry, we are still going to do a lot. But you can practice. Now this, you can even find the average value field setting. From here you can find average, you can find the average, you can count. See, you can find the average immediately, and you can count. Ctrl Z, you can count. Now you can come to your design mode. This total, grand total, you can off your grand total. You see, you can change the layout. You can change how it is showing. That okay, show in. But now we don't have much data set. We don't have much data set. Because of that, you may not see the beauty, see the result of what I'm doing, because we don't have much data set. We are just having just these three values. Now when we are having more data set, then we work more, and we understand more about pivot table. But I can assure you, it's a powerful tool. You see, I just changed that. It's a powerful tool. With this, you can just plot your graph. With this, once you have this, you can just use that and plot your graph. You see my graph, just plot your graph immediately. Your line graph, your pie, whatsoever, you can just plot them. You can just plot that. And you can label this. You can label center label, outside label. Just play with this. Play with that, and you can label. And do lot of stuff. You can move your legend for more space. You can change your title. You can change your above, beside, or more option. You can change your title. You can even give it here, salesperson. So you can give it salesperson. You see, and even though if you don't want to type, you can just come here, equal to, pick this, then enter. Immediately it will change to that. It will change to this. And if somebody come here and modify this, and let's give it housing, immediately it will change. So that is the beauty. All this little stuff that I'm passing now, please try to understand. Watch the video again and again. Try to understand. By the time we are dealing with large data sets, or we start the practical fully, so there will be no problem. You can follow along. Please please, because by the time we are working with large data set, it will require more time and we need to be time conscious. So thank you for the time. Thank you. You see, I do not talk fast. I'm trying to make sure I am calm in order for us to understand and grab all that's needed. Thanks, and see you in the next class.